Are you looking for relevant financial and business-related news during these volatile economic times? Will you take the necessary steps to succeed by becoming a truly wise investor? If you want to learn how to invest online or learn how to start your own profitable online business, then you've come to the right place. The Wise Investors Network presents to you the Win University Update. Remember, only winners invest in their minds for wiser returns.
Welcome, wise investors and truly wise investors, to part 3 of this very important series. If you take the information that I'm giving you in this series and you apply it, you will be on top. If you decide to ignore it or dismiss me as some whatever, listen, time will tell. Time will reveal. And very soon, by the way, because it isn't just today where I've been talking about this. This isn't anything new I've started to just talk about. But we're at a place and a point where it has to be made clear. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there who are blinded and they're deaf because they're at the bottom of the pyramid and there's too much commotion down there. That's another aspect of those who are at the bottom, the speculators and the fundamentals, and it's noisy. You can't think straight. You can't see straight. There's just too many different movements and everything's going, it's insane. So when I'm saying this kind of stuff and you're used to just hearing what you've been hearing for the past years, however long you've been in the market, you're going to hear this and just dismiss it as crazy talk or something that doesn't work or whatever. But again, I want to talk about the aspect of the approach. The aspect of the approach, the fundamental versus the technical. With the technical, you get to the top, it's peaceful, clarity, it's serene. There's serenity there. Everything is clear. Everything is quiet. Everything makes perfect sense. Now, why is that? I left off. I'm giving you a lot of analogies because that's the best way to get through people's understanding without getting too technical with things. Because I could talk about charts all day long, and for most people, it'll just turn you off. I'll be honest with you, it will. But I can still relay the principles that the charts are displaying. Those are not just lines. When I study my charts, I'm not just only looking at lines. I realized that at the beginning, I thought that's what I was doing. I got involved in all the looking at the, what is that? The Fibonacci and the this and the that and which, I mean, if you want to use those tools, that's great. They each serve a purpose, because here, if you can unlock the true purpose of those tools and realize what they really represent and you apply them properly, well, yeah, you better believe it. You're going to win all the time. But I want to talk about the technical analysis here and what makes it so different and what makes it so, how can I say it? Better, in my opinion, at least. Let me also stay focused and close these assets. The technical analysis deals specifically and directly with the mathematics. Did you catch that? With the mathematics. Now you can understand why I equated the technical analytical aspect of understanding to something that's higher than the human emotion, Because the human emotion is not stable. It changes. Now, if you look at it from an individual level, yeah, it's easy to see, but we're talking about mass human psychology here. We're talking about hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people who are involved in this these transactions, which is really more than that. If you just go outside of the market transactions, if you go outside of the, quote unquote traders, then you add another layer, another element of everyone around the world who's involved in buying and selling. So we're talking about billions of people. So that type of move can go on for quite a long time. Years. But there comes a time when, get this is very important, what I'm about to say. This is dealing with the technical analysis. There comes a time where the market, the principle, I like to refer to it as the principle, because when I refer to it as the market has a dual nature. But there comes a time where the principle, the technical analysis must give a correction, according to the standard. And that standard is based on value. It's based on value. It's based on reality, on the true value, on the true reality. Nothing made up, nothing inflated, nothing imagined in the minds of men, especially in the minds of the few who have manipulated the masses so that they can create this false reality. When you're involved in the technical analysis spectrum in the realm, you're going to see past the smoke. There's not going to be any smoke because you're at the top. You have understanding. You can see things clearly. You're not manipulated by the false reality. Let me make it more clear. There are assets that we deal with every single day that we're buying and that we're selling. We're making transactions every single day. Now, these assets have a value attached to them, but are these values that are attached to these assets, are they real? Are those the real evaluation? Because either an asset will appreciate in value or depreciate in value. We have to come to a place where we are dealing with the real value of that asset. So that's what we're going to be seeing right now. We are going to be seeing the market make a correction of every single asset in the world. This is a major correction, This type of correction doesn't come every day. When I say this type of correction, this is on a macro level. We have micro level corrections that happen every single day in the market. But what we are approaching and what we are about to approach, we're actually in the midst of and that's how distracted many of the fundamental analysis speculators are. They have no clue as to what is going on. And it's a little bit, well, like I said, it used to be disheartening, but hey, it is what it is. We are here at that moment, at that place where we are going to see the market, or the principle, I should say, make the correction of every asset on planet Earth that encompasses every market, whatever market that may be. Okay, so I will talk more about that. I'll go more into detail about that in the next video. I'll also talk about what can you do to hedge yourself against that. And so I'll put the ball in your court so that you can make that decision, and hopefully you make a wise decision. Because we are going to definitely make a wise decision in that area. We have already done that. In fact, the process of me doing this is this account reflects the strategy. That's all it does. This is not a real account. It just reflects the strategy. So that means you can also apply the strategy on any account and you'll also get the same results. But again, I'm not talking about that right now. I'll move on to the next video. If you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, I highly encourage you to check out the earlier videos so that everything can be clear. And remember, only winners invest in their minds for wiser returns.